Question 3.3, the scenario says, the square-based post cap has a side length of 15.24 centimeters and a constant height of 2.5 meters. The perpendicular height of the triangular face is 7.86 centimeters as shown in the diagram alongside. So that is the dimension, the diagram that shows the dimensions of the post cap. You can see everything that has also been stated in text there on the side. And then after that, we see that it says net of the faces of one of the post caps to be painted. Okay, so there they show us the net of the faces of one of the posts that has to be painted. So the scenario continues to say, Andrew will paint two sides of each of the concrete posts. Each is 125 millimeters wide and 1.6 meters long, and all the outside faces of the post caps. So he wants to paste two sides of each post and also do what? Also paint the outside faces of the post caps. Okay, so the following formula may be used. We've been given the formulas that we can use to assist us get the answers that we should bring. And we've been given the formula to calculate area of a rectangle. We've also been given the formula to calculate area of a triangle. So I suppose those are the shapes that we're going to be working with, triangle and rectangle. So the first question says, calculate in centimeters squared the total area of all the post sides that have to be painted, so here we have to calculate the what? We have to calculate the total area of all the post sides that have to be painted. So we're going to use one of the formulas that have been given to us there, and we're going to use the formula to calculate the area of a rectangle because we're working with the rectangular part of the post here. So we're going to first write the formula. Always write the formula, guys. Even if it's been given to you, you have to write it. Area, not volume. Area equals to length multiplied by width. So that is the formula that has been given to us. Now let's go look for the dimensions that we're looking for. So we're going to use the dimensions there where it says Andrew will paint two sides of each of the concrete posts. And then those are the dimensions there. 125 millimeters as our width and also 1.6 meters as our length. But as we can all see, we have our dimensions in different units of measurement, right? They all have to be in the same unit of measurement, and we've been told that our answer should be in centimeters squared. So that means before we can calculate the area, we're going to convert our dimensions to centimeters so that our answer can be in centimeters. So we don't have to deal with the confusion of not knowing what to do once we get our answer in meters or millimeters and we have to convert it to centimeters. We're just going to convert everything now so that we don't get confused. So we're going to start with the length, which is 1.6 meters. We're going to say 1.6 meters. So the method King Henry of Denmark makes delicious cakes in a minute. We're converting from meters to centimeters. From meters to centimeters, it's 100, and we're going that direction, so we multiply. So we're going to say 1.6 meters multiplied by 100. This will give us our length in centimeters. We're converting. We're not calculating the area yet, but we're still converting our dimensions. So, and we're also going to convert our width, which is 125 millimeters. So we're converting from millimeters to centimeters. We're going that way. Difference is 10. We do it. We divide by 10. Okay. So now let's do our conversions and say 1.6 multiplied by 100 gives us a total of 160 centimeters multiplied by 125 millimeters divided by 10. 125 divided by 10. That gives us 12.5 centimeters. So now we have our dimensions in centimeters. We can calculate. This is our length. This is our width. We multiply them to get our area. So 160 multiplied by 12.5 centimeters gives us a total of 2,000 is 2000 centimeters square, right? But we are not done because they told us that only two sides of the post are going to be painted, right? And this is the area for only one side. So we're going to take our area and multiply it by 2. So we're going to say 2000 centimeters squared multiplied by 2 sides. And now that we have multiplied it by 2 sides, the area of one side of the post, we're going to calculate it and multiply it by 2 sides because 2 sides of the pole are going to get painted. And then we're also going to multiply it by the number of posts that they're going to have. It's 12 posts. So we're going to say multiply by 12 posts. So it's the area of one side of a pole multiplied by 2 sides of the pole because only 2 sides of the pole are going to get painted, and also multiply by the number of posts that are going to be planted to make the wall, which is 12 posts. So we're going to multiply everything together and get our answer. So we're going to say 2000 centimeters squared multiplied by 2 sides multiplied by 12 posts, and we have a total of 48,000 centimeters squared. And this is our final answer. This is the total area of the post that has to be painted. And this is your final answer, 48,000. Now we go to the next question, which is 3.3.2. So in this question, they say, Duncan, it's 8 marks, by the way. Note that your answer has to be quite long so you can get 8 marks. They say Duncan stated that the total area of all the posts and the post caps to be painted was 52,704 centimeters square, rounded to the nearest whole number. Verify showing all calculations whether his statement is valid. So here they tell us that Duncan says that the total area of the posts and the post caps that is going to be painted is going to amount to 52,704 square centimeters. And they want us to calculate the actual area that has to be painted for the posts and the post caps to see if Duncan is telling the truth or his statement is valid. So we're going to do that. We're going to start by calculating what the area of the post cap, because we already have the area of the post, which is here. Now we're going to calculate the area of the post caps of the space that has to be painted. And we're going to start by calculating the area of the rectangles on the post cap. So we're going to say area of rectangle, just to save space, equals to, we're going to write the formula that has been given to us, which is area of rectangle equals to length multiplied by width. Now what we have to do is just to substitute and get the answer. So length here, our length, we're going to take 15.24 centimeters and multiply it by the height, not the width, but the height, which is 2.5 centimeters. This is the height of the post cap, okay? So we're going to get our answer by clicking on the calculator and saying 15.24 multiplied by 2.5, which gives us a total of 38.1 centimeters squared. But this is the area of only one side of the post cap. And remember, all 4 sides of the post cap are going to get painted. So you're going to take the area of one side and multiply it by 4 sides. 4 sides of the post cap, okay? So on your calculator, you're just going to say answer multiplied by 4, and that gives you a total of 152.4 centimeters squared. So this is the total area of the triangular part of the post cap, okay? Of only one post cap, by the way. So now we're done. We're going to calculate the area of the rectangular part on the post cap using the formula to calculate the area of a rectangle, of a triangle, sorry. So we're going to say area of triangle equals to, the formula says 1/2 multiplied by base multiplied by height. So now we substitute 1/2 multiplied by, looking at the triangle, our base there will be the length of the rectangular part, which is 15.24 centimeters. 15.24 centimeters multiplied by the height of the triangle, which is the perpendicular height given to us as 7.86 centimeters. 7.86 centimeters. And now all we have to do is just to click our equation or our calculation on the calculator and get the answer. So 1/2 multiplied by 15,24 multiplied by 7,86. That gives us a total of 59.8932 centimeters squared. Do not forget that if it is not your final answer, do not round it up, do not round it down. Write the whole number that you get on the calculator so that your answer could be correct. So we're going to take this. This is only the area of one side of the triangular part of the post cap, and it has 4 sides. So we're going to say area of one side multiplied by 4 sides, just like we did here with the triangular part, with the rectangular part. And then we're going to click that on the calculator and say answer multiplied by 4 sides gives us a total of 239.5728 centimeters squared. And this is the total area of the triangular part of one post cap. So now we have the area of the triangular part of the post cap and the rectangular part of the post cap. So what we have to do now is that we have to add these areas together, because together they make one post cap, so that we can know the total area of one post cap that has to be painted. We're going to say area of rectangle plus area of triangle. So it's going to be, therefore, 152.4 centimeters squared plus 239.5728 centimeters squared. Okay, let's see how much that actually gives us. So 152.4 plus 239.5728. Please do not forget to click the calculator with me so we can get correct numbers or correct answers. So here on my calculator, it gives me 391.9728 centimeters squared. So this is the total of this is the total area of one post cap. And remember, how many post caps are going to get painted? 12 post caps. So we're going to take this number and multiply it by 12 post caps. It's post caps, right? Yes, post caps. And see how much our answer will be. Do not forget, you are not supposed to round this up or down. Just write it as it is, even on the calculator, more importantly on the calculator. So we're going to say answer multiplied by 12, and that gives us a total of 4,703.6736 centimeters squared. So this is the total area of 12 post caps. This is the total area of 12 post caps. So we're going to take the total area of 12 post caps and add it together with the total area of 12 posts, because they want to know the total area of the post caps combined with the total area of the posts themselves. So we're just going to take our answers and add them together. We're going to say 4,703.6736 centimeters squared plus the area of 12 posts, which is 48,000 centimeters squared. Let's see how much that gives us. So it's 4,703.6736 plus 48,000. That gives us a total of 52,703.6736 centimeters squared. This is your final answer. Now you can do it. You can round it either down or up depending on the decimals after the comma. So it's going to be 52,703.67 centimeters squared. this should be your final answer. No, I'm sorry, this is not your final answer, because they stated that he says that it's going to be 52,704 centimeters squared, rounded to the nearest whole number. So we have to round our number to a whole number, to the nearest whole number. So that means we made a mistake here. I'm so sorry for that. We have to round it to a whole number. So that means it's going to be 52,706. It's going to round 324. So it's going to be 52,704 centimeters squared. And this is our final answer. Is it equal to what Duncan estimated? It is. Duncan said that the total area that has to be painted was 52,704 centimeters, and our answer gave us exactly the same amount. So that means that Duncan's statement was what? Is valid. Do not forget to include your conclusion if you had to prove an argument, okay? So that means that his statement is valid. And that is your answer, and you are done. This is how you're supposed to answer the question. Now we go to the next question, which is the last question, question 3.3.3. It says the spread rate of paint is 12.46 liters per meter squared. Calculate how many liters of paint is needed to paint 52,704 centimeters squared. So looking at this question, you will notice that we have been given the spread rate in square meters, and we have been given the paint in centimeters squared. So this means that we have to do what? We have to take our centimeters square, our paint, and convert it to meters square, so that we can use this piece of information that has been given to us to get our answer using the cross multiplication method. So we're going to start by taking our 52,704 centimeters squared, and we're converting it to meters squared. Not to meters, but to meters squared. And when we convert from centimeters to meters, it's 100, and we divide, because we're going that way. We divide by 100. We're not just going to divide by 100, by 100 square, because we're converting centimeters square to meters square. So you have to include this 2 here, and you have to click it on the calculator. It's very important that you click it on the calculator, or else you will not get the correct answer. So now we're converting centimeters squared to meters squared. This is why we included the squared on our 100. Okay, so we're going to click that on the calculator and say 52,704 divided by 100 square, and that gives us a total of 5.270 meters squared. So now we have our paint in meters squared, and this means that we can now use that information, and we can use the cross multiplication method, because all our dimensions are in meters squared now. All our dimensions are the same. So the information that has been given to us is that it says the spread rate of the paint is 12.46 liters, covers 1 meter squared. So 12.46 liters of paint covers how much? It covers 1 meter squared. Okay, so we want to know how many liters do we need to cover our area of 5.2704 meters squared. Meters squared on the same side, liters on the same side. We don't know the liters, we're looking for the liters. So now we're going to cross multiply. I'm just going to clear up here to make space. So now we're going to do what? We're going to cross multiply and say 46 liters multiplied by 5, so it's 12.46. Therefore 12.46 multiplied by 5.2704 equals to, and then now we're going to say x multiplied by 1 meter squared, x multiplied by 1 meter squared. Okay, so here we're going to say 12.46 multiplied by 5,2704, and that gives us a total of 65,669. Do not forget that you write the whole number down. 9184 equals to x multiplied by 1 is x, right? So this means that x is 65,669,184. We were looking for what? We were looking for number of liters. So our answer should be in liters. Yeah? So just to go back to the calculation, we were calculating the amount of liters of paint that is needed to paint this area of 52,704 centimeters square. So this means that we're going to need 65, just to round it, we're going to need 65.67 liters of paint to paint our posts, including the post caps. So this is how you guys were supposed to answer these questions. I hope that this video was helpful, and I hope that you have learned something and now you know what to do and what not to do. Thank you for watching the video. May goodness and grace lead you to the great heights of success. Good luck with your exams, grade 12.